Guys, and welcome to my new movie review for Swimming for Gold, which is a pure Australian movie. This movie is rated G. The duration of Swimming for Gold is 1 hour and 31 minutes long. Oh my gosh, it is a family sports movie, and the director of Swimming for Gold is Hayley McFarland, and the cast of Swimming for Gold is Peyton List, who plays a character called Claire Carpenter. Also, Lauren Pesito as Mikayla Michaels. Also, guys, we have Daniel Needs, who plays Liam Henderson. Also, Olivia Nunity, who plays Annabelle Shumpert. And oh my gosh, am I going to tell you some seriously... I got to go into a little bit of detail on her. But before I do, guys, let's roll that synopsis. And straight after the synopsis, guys, I'll give you my review on Swimming for Gold. When Claire Carpenter's dad sends her to Australia to coach an elite boys swim team, Claire finds herself face to face with a longtime rival, Mikayla Michaels, and the news that the camp will close if the team loses the next meet. To save the camp, Claire must overcome her secret fear, put aside her differences with Mikayla, and rediscover her passion. Okay, straight off the bat, I actually need to tell you about something that bugged me a little tiny bit, and I know this is the smallest gripe ever. Like, for real, once I tell you and then you see the movie, you're like, really? That annoyed you? You'll understand why. So Peyton List is talking to, who plays the character of Claire Carpenter, is talking to her father over FaceTime, Kelvin Carpenter, who's played by the actor MarttinDingleWall. Now, they actually have two completely separate conversations in this movie over the phone. Now, this is like a what the heck moment. The first conversation, I thought to myself when I watched it, why didn't the editors pick that up? Like, why wouldn't you edit that the same as that? Now, for those of you who've been following my channel for any period of time, I don't do spoilers in my movie reviews. No spoilers. Thanks, Mr. Eminem, man. That's right. No spoilers at all in my movie reviews, because in my personal opinion, if you want to get spoiled by a movie, go and see it. Like, just, anyway, no spoilers, guys. So they're having a conversation. They've had two separate conversations. The first conversation they have in the movie, she's speaking to the phone. Claire is speaking to the phone here in Australia, right? She's looking at the phone. And then what the editors did is digitally put his face here on the screen, like literally here. And he's talking on the screen to Claire, okay? So she's having the conversation, right? So she's looking at the phone, and digitally they put this triangle box here that looks like a phone, and he's talking to her. Now, the part that bugged me about that situation is later on in the movie, they do the same thing, but they're talking FaceTime again, and they don't do that. This time around, she's talking to him face to face, and then they cut the edit shot to him back home in America, and he's on the phone talking to her as well. And I was like, why did you not just repeat that shot? Like that, I liked the first one better. Like, why would the editors just, like, I don't know. I know that's nitpicking. I completely understand that that's nitpicking, but it was something in this film that made me go, what the heck? Other than that, I love this movie, guys. I absolutely, wholeheartedly, this is in every way, shape or form, and I'm not joking you in any way, shape or form, this is one of the best Australian films I've seen in such a long time. Am I kidding you? No. I really am not kidding you. I thoroughly, completely, wholeheartedly love this film. This film had so much character chemistry, and for those of you who have been following my channel for any period of time, that is one thing you know that I'm so passionate about, because if you don't have character chemistry, the story falls flat, because you don't believe what's happening in front of you. The character chemistry in this movie is so on point. I believed everyone's relationship with everyone. I believed the villains hated the good guys. I believed the father and daughter relationship. I believed the girlfriend and boyfriend relationship. It was so on point. Now, I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about this one specific person in this movie because I really feel that she needs to be spoken about. The reason why I'm going to talk about so much about this person is because she has this character in this film, right? And I'm talking, guys, about Olivia Nunny, who plays Annabelle Shumpert. I kid you not, in any way, shape, or form, at all, to any degree at all. For real, 100%, guys. She plays this character in this film where I promise you, and for those of you who have been following me for any period of time, when you see this movie, drop your comments in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your feedback to know what you think about if you had the same impression on this woman as I did. Now, you are either going to so think that she is the stupidest thing in this film and get so unbelievably annoyed every time she has an on-screen presence, or you're going to love her as much as I did. And every single joke she told was an absolute home run. It was a home run. She made me laugh every time she was on scene. I thought to myself so many times when I was watching this film, guys, I thought to myself while watching her character, I want to be around that person. She was so positive. She was so her personality was just so incredibly, overwhelmingly full on, and it landed for me every single time without fail. Every single time without fail. I was so impressed. She cracked me up so bad. Now, like I said, guys, she is one of those characters where either you're going to really, really be irritated by her character, and I mean really irritated by her character, or completely love her every time she's on screen. Like, literally. Now, another character that I just didn't find funny. I really, really, really didn't find funny. I just thought the way he was in the film almost didn't fit. And I understand why they made him who they made him in the movie. I get it. But it just, in my personal opinion, guys, I just felt that his character was just, I don't know, it was almost too stupid. And it was, yes, I laughed at him sometimes in the movie, but I wasn't like, oh, this guy's really fun. Like, it just, some of the stuff that he was doing was like, that's okay, I'm over it now. It's like, it was like a shtick, and it just wasn't landing for me, guys. And that is this guy right here, Ray Chongdae, who plays Coach Bode. Now, when you see him, you'll get it, because when you see his character straight up front, they're totally like, boom, here he is. And he doesn't, that element of his character doesn't like let up at all throughout the movie. It's not the worst thing in the world. Please don't get me wrong. It's not the worst thing in the world. Just in my personal opinion, he was the only character that I just was like, nah, you're just a little bit too poor. You're just, for the movie, for the elements of the movie. Now, I need to tell you this. I'm not kidding you in any way, shape, or form. Anyone from Australia, or if you've ever been to Australia before, you are going to see so many Brisbane landmarks in this movie, and it is unbelievable at how brilliant they mesh them into the movie to make them look so seamlessly and so incredibly beautiful, and they really are spectacular. And where they're situated, guys, is actually in South Brisbane. Now, I don't actually know where they filmed the pool scenes, like that campus. I don't know where that is. I'm not too sure. But I have to bring up a place, guys, that I was really, really, really surprised at. I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong about this. I think I'm wrong. But if I'm not wrong, then it's really cool. But a place where they go in this movie, guys, they go on like a field trip sort of thing, and they actually go to a place in Australia, which is one of the most beautiful water spots that you could ever go to and visit, especially in the peak of summer in Australia. And I believe it was in Condalua Falls. Now, if you've been there or you know about Condalua Falls, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is a spectacular, absolutely spectacular water spot. It is so stunningly beautiful in every element possible. Like, honestly, guys, Condalua Falls is just gorgeous. That's one of the places they go, and they also go to South Brisbane. That's not a spoiler at all. It's just an incredible landmark in Brisbane that we have here in Queensland. It is so absolutely amazing, and I really, really value the fact that they put them in these places. In fact, I kind of felt a little bit envious when I saw it. I was like, oh, they shot a movie here and I didn't know about it. I was literally, guys, I was a little bit like that. But truly, guys, this is an absolute knockout film. And no, for those of you who've been following me for any period of time, no, I have not forgotten at all in any way, shape or form. Does Swimming for Gold have the core elements, essential thing in its DNA that I like to call, in my personal humble opinion, what I believe that film needs to go back days, months, years and rewatch, and what I like to call rewatchability, guys. Does Swimming for Gold have rewatchability? And that I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. You know I know it. You know exactly what I'm going to say. 100%. This really is an absolute knockout film. It really, really is. This film is absolutely brilliant. I'm so impressed with it. I'm so blown away by the cast character chemistry. I'm so blown away by the scripting, by the dialogue, by the flow of it. It's not really fast paced, but the flow of the chemistry of the movie is just so well done. It really is well scripted. This is an absolutely brilliant film. I salute this film 100%. I guarantee you will, if you're an Australian or you're not an Australian, please go and support this film. I really, really value that so much because it was filmed through the Queensland Film Association, because it comes up on the titles at the start and the finish. Actually, speaking of that, I'm glad I just remembered that. One of the things I really appreciated about this film, I really digged about this film, is the way it starts. It doesn't just like flow into the movie and then slow title credits and all that sort of stuff. It just really starts straight off the pop. And I was really, really impressed with that because of the way that you just see it happening in front of you. And I tell you what, guys, in any way, shape or form, this film is brilliant. It really, really is. Now, for those of you who have been following my channel for any period of time, I need to apologize right now. I am really genuinely, authentically, I really am sorry to have to give this news to you, but unfortunately, for those of you who have been following my channel for any period of time, you guys know that I love giving you trivia at the end of my movie reviews because it's like icing on a cake and everyone knows how much I love cake. But unfortunately, this movie does not have any trivia. But technically, I kind of gave you a little bit of trivia to do with the landmarks and stuff like that. Now, the only thing I'm going to tell you about this movie, it's not trivia, but it has a cameo in it. She doesn't have a speaking role, but it is an awesome cameo. And that is herself, the one and only, the Olympic gold medal winner for Australia. And we salute you. That's right. Susie O'Neill is in this film. As I said, she doesn't have a speaking role. She's on camera 3 times throughout this film, right at the end, right at the end in the actual race itself, and she's like one of the main judges, and it was fantastic to see her on screen. I lit up like a Christmas tree because she's just so iconically amazing for us and Australians, especially with swimming, because she is just a gold medalist, is what it is. I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are just amazing for clicking on this movie review. I really do value it. Have you had yourselves a chance to go and see Swimming for Gold? If you have, please leave your comments in the comment section below. I'd love to hear back from you. Love to hear your thoughts on what you thought about this movie. I appreciate you being here. Speaking of appreciation, guys, and for those who are new to my YouTube channel, first of all, welcome. It's so good to have you here. I appreciate you being here. And go ahead, and if you haven't already and you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're hitting that subscribe button, if you click the bell for notifications if you're on a mobile device, that way you'll get all of my content whenever I drop it. It'll be yours on your device straight away. And speaking of appreciation, if you can leave a thumbs up on this movie review, that way I know that you're appreciating my content. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate that and value it so much. Thank you so much for doing that, guys. I appreciate your time. Don't forget, who's bringing this movie review for Swimming for Gold. This is Superman Steve, guys. Loving you guys always, appreciating your time. Flying out!